Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today I'm going to do my altered index challenge. Now this week again is going to be a double challenge because I didn't get my challenge done for last week, so I'm going to be doing week number 29 and week 30 in today's video. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and if you like my video, I ask that you give me a thumbs up. And this is put on by Suzanne at Nonstop Papercrafts. So hop over and see what she's got going on. She's doing a lot of different things lately, a lot of fun stuff. So for last week, our prompts was self-portrait, value, and rusty. So my index card is a 4x6, and it's just a flimsy index card, blank on both sides. And I'm going to cover it with this paper, and I made it look as rusty as what I thought I could. I didn't have anything really that was rusty, so I used some glittery gold ink, and it has some green or blue through it, and I did some brown, and there's probably a little bit more orange to go with the orange background. And this is just like a lightweight, almost like a construction paperweight. Now for value, I'm just using the word value. Now for self-portrait, I'm not big on putting my pictures on stuff. I don't mind having my picture taken, that's not the problem, but I just don't like having my picture probably too much online. So the self-portrait that I'm doing is from like way years ago when my daughter was little, and we watched a show called Pappyland, and he taught you how to draw. So he also did like, you know, like cartoony people. So I loved doing that. So I did my rendition of each one of my family members as a cartoon, and these days it's just funny because these days everything is this AI stuff and everybody is a cartoon. So this is my portrait. Back then I always had perms, so my hair was curly, and it's gray now. I had it gray in the picture too because I started graying real young, but so I did this in June of 1997, and the paper is just fragile. So that's my self-portrait. So I'm going to put some coffee dyed cheesecloth behind it. But first, I'm going to glue it on to my my index card. Let me see. I'll use some glue stick and some wet glue. So I took a couple days off, but I'm back now. Time to get busy. It's always good to take a couple days off. Have to have time. So how's everyone been doing? Kind of glad that Christmas in July is over with. I didn't finish the last couple days of Christmas in July either. I was just kind of over it. But pretty soon Christmas will be here, so we'll get to do it all over again anyway. So has everyone been doing a lot of crafty stuff? Making a lot of good things? Guess I have some stringy glue going on here. Really been having to kind of think hard lately about some different things that I want to do. So hopefully, I got a couple things in the works. And then I just have to get busy and do some more. As long as I don't sit here and cut up my index card, I'll be okay. After being gone a couple of days, I could be smart and say, well, I'm a little rusty. All right. So there's my index card. I don't know how rusty it looks, but I think it looks all right. Looks pretty grungy anyway. I think before I do anything else to it, I'll go ahead and ink it. Just gonna ink it with some brown. I like these little ink pads where I can just pick it up and ink it. It goes faster. Okay. And as far as I know, I have everything else inked. Alright, so I have to see where I want to put this. I don't want to completely cover the whole thing with it, but I'm going to have my photo sitting on there. Maybe I'll have it turned a little bit. Maybe I'll put it over the edge some and then I can just trim it off. And I think that should show up okay. I mean, the background is really light, but the paper over the years has discolored, which that's generally what paper does. So just gonna smear some Fabri-Tac around. Just to hold this down some. Probably glue it to my fingers. Okay. Then I'll just glue this right on with the Fabri-Tac also. I don't think it should make my paper ripply. And we'll just put it something like that. It should have probably been just a little bit smaller, but what can I say? Okay. Now I'll go ahead and trim the side off. been keeping all of my index cards in Ziploc bags. I'm on a second Ziploc bag because they're just quart size. And I've been trying to find something that I could put them in. And I was looking through stuff that I have stashed here and there, and I found this Campbell's Super Recipe can. So I have my index cards in there. Now they don't fit clear up to here because of the way the can is curved, but I'm still going to be able to fit more in there for a little while, and then I'm still going to have to find something different. But for right now, the can will keep them nice so they don't get bent. I just thought I'd show that to you. That can is old also. It had some recipe cards in it and some dividers in it. So we just put them aside to use. Okay, let's move on. Now I cut this little piece. This was just a scrap, so I just cut that out, and I'm going to glue the word value on there. And then also, because my little self-portrait, I just cut out creativity takes courage. So it's fun to try all this new stuff. Of course, it's not going to look like the exact person, which in these AI cartoons don't either. And that's fine. I don't really want somebody else to look exactly like me, because we're each our own person. So that's me in cartoon form. So value can go for most anything, you know. You have value in what you own. You can value your time. I value my time. And I like to be creative. Come by that naturally. My daughter took right up behind me. She's very, very creative. And I'm glad. My granddaughter likes to be creative. She's taken up where her mommy is. My grandson is to a certain point. There we go. Now some of them are a little loose, but I think they'll be okay. So that was week number 29. So we'll set that one aside. And now we're going to do this week's, which is week 30. And this is same size index card. Now for this week, our prompts were pink, hope, and tag. So this is my pink. There's a lot of pink in there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my index card to that. So gee, August already. This year is going by so fast. Pretty soon all the kids will start going back to school. Now let's see, I want some of that green, so I'm going to put it over this way a little bit. Okay, now I'll cut this off. And that's just a piece of scrapbook paper. Okay. Now let's see. Now for my tag, this is just copy weight paper. And quite a long time back, I made up a bunch of these. It's just a book page with a sticker on it. So that's just out of my ephemera stash. So let's see, I'm going to put that on there and just decorate the bottom of the tag with a little bit of lace just to dress it up a little bit. I really didn't know what to do. And then I'm going to add a little ribbon on top. I didn't really know a lot of what to do on this. So and these are cute. You can use them on tags or just on a page or anything. Just put that across there. Sometimes I forget to look at my ephemera that I make. Need to start using more of it. Okay, so that's just going to be glued down, so it really didn't have to be anything that was stiff. And I'm just going to, yeah, that won't be too long. I'm just going to staple this on. Oops, almost didn't catch it. Okay, so that can go over there because I want the green to show. And then these little strips here are just cut from a Kleenex box. I liked the design. So you can use most anything in your crafting. So I have cheerful, hopeful, and that'll be for my hope, and happy. So we can be cheerful, and we can be hopeful, and we can be happy. So that's what we're doing with them. And then I have to remember, I think I'm going to ink around the outside with pink. So I better set that over there or I'll forget. So if I go ahead and glue these down now, then I can just glue the paper to them. Oh, you know what? On my last one, I have to write the week and the day, or the week and the date. I always put the date on that I made them. So I need to remember to do that. Sometimes it's so hard to get this glue to come down the spout, but then it wants to be like a volcano and erupt. Okay. So let me see. Now I have to figure out where I'm going to put my date. They're so busy, I might have to put a piece of something on there. Okay, so I think I can just, I still have to glue my tag down, I almost forgot. I think I can just use a piece of this that I cut off, turn it over, and put it up there. And I can just write the date and the week number on there. And I think it'll look just fine. No, I don't think that will hold. I want to just put a couple little beads of glue on these to hold these down so they don't get caught on anything and torn off. Depending on what it is, I like to do that with the tails on my ribbon. All right, so let's see. Let's do this one first so I don't get them mixed up. And this is week number 29. So I think I'm just going to put the day and the week down here. So this is 8/1/2024. And this is week number 29. And then on our paper, this is 8/1/2024. And this is week number 30. So I think we'll just do that. I just put a little space between it just because. Could probably just put a couple little dots, dot, dot, dot. Now I have to ink the outside of that, but I'm going to ink the outside of this one in the brown. just to make it stand out a little bit. Make sure I don't smear my ink. This is one of them gel pens. Sometimes they dry, the ink dries a little tiny bit faster than other times. Okay, there we go. So that's that one. This won't show up too much, but it'll just cover up the white around the outside. All right, so that is our altered index for this week and last week. So let me know down in the comments what you think. And I hope you come back to see me for my next video. And until then, everyone, have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.